Bible reading is Genesis chapter 7 today. And I didn't do this on Saturday or Sunday, though in my defense it was Independence Day and then the day after Independence Day. Yeah, bad me. Anyway, this is the story of Noah. We started last time with chapter 6, wherein God commanded Noah to build the ark, and he gave him the measurements and everything, and then he told him to get the 2 of every kind of animal and so forth, and the food and whatever, and Noah did as he was commanded. Now chapter 7. And the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7s, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by 2, the male and his female. Of fowls also of the air by 7s, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. And Noah did according unto all that the Lord commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, into the ark, because of the waters of the flood. Of clean beasts, and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls, and of everything that creepeth upon the earth, there went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and the female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days, that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the selfsame day entered Noah, and Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, Japheth? And Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort. And they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased, and bare up the ark, and it was lift up above the earth. And the waters prevailed, and were increased greatly upon the earth. And the ark went upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle, and of beast, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land, died. And every living substance was destroyed which was upon the face of the earth, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Whew. Last thing I just noticed, seems that the fish and everything else living in the water, in the oceans, apparently didn't have to die. Where was that? Yeah, of all that was in the dry land died. So, the fish and the mermaids? Probably not, but everything living in the water apparently got to live, which makes sense because it was a flood. And let me see. It occurred to me, there went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and the female, as God had commanded Noah. I know it's funny to think of like Noah like struggling with the animals, trying to get them all into the ark because God told him. But first of all, I think I imagine when God first created everything, he told Adam that man was to have dominion over the animals, that man was in charge of the animals. And then the first sin happened and everything went bad. But maybe the animals weren't yet so wild as they are now. You know, maybe man did still have at least a little of the dominion that he had before. I mean, we still are supposed to have dominion over the whole earth, so. Plus, there's God, and God can make the animals obey Noah, so there's that too. And I wonder, of fowls also of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. So not for food. I wonder how much food they had to gather. I wonder if they had any gardens in the ark. But they were all shut in, so they couldn't get any sunlight. Anyway, that's a long time. That's cool. I think it's cool that it's so specific about when it happened. I wonder what the second month was back then. Obviously, it wasn't February. But I wonder why we don't. Do the Catholics celebrate? Maybe the Jews? Do the Catholics or the Jews celebrate the flood, or when the flood goes away? Since it's so specific about when the rains started. As long as you know how they measured years, then, which I'm sure somebody must know. I'm sure it's got to be recorded somewhere. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for listening or watching to Genesis chapter 7. And next time, I'm guessing the story of Noah will be concluded. Well, the story of the flood will probably be concluded. The story of Noah will extend a little bit into the next chapter after that, I think. Anyway, goodbye.